the promo that Cena cut was probably the best that I've ever seen out of him.
The phrase Paul Heyman, we need to officially request that become an adjective because Paul Heyman delivered a Paul Heyman promo. Now, on the flip side, John Cena delivered a John Cena promo. But the implications for that one, they're a little bit different. This was the quintessential John Cena promo. It definitively summarized everything that John Cena is, why he's in the position that he's in WWE, and it summarized everything that he stood for in the 10 plus years that he's been in that spot in WWE. It was strong, it was impassioned, and it did absolutely nothing for me. Like, WWE is either intentionally booking John Cena to be foolish, or they're foolishly booking him.
And I mean no disrespect to Chris Jericho and that crazy, unbelievable, and somewhat stupid spot that he did, but I still did not give a flying fuck. So, solid match, but okay. However, this match with Randy Orton and Roman Reigns, I thought it was a good TV match. I enjoyed it for what a Raw match is. You know, there was nothing really special that happened, but at the same time, you know, it is a Raw match. You know, we can't necessarily grade what we want Roman Reigns to be and take that and now stick unrealistic expectations onto his matches and judge them for more than...
People can't do that?
See, they can, but it's not fair. People want to see more from Roman Reigns, therefore they heighten expectations and they almost create them as too high. You know, if this was a pay-per-view match, I think you have every right to say that, you know, you didn't really get a whole lot out of the match, but as a Raw main event, I thought it was pretty good. They did some new sequences, and I didn't think it was necessarily the standard cut and paste of every Roman Reigns match you've ever seen.
As far as Roman Reigns goes, that little line that he gave backstage, the Viper has the venom, but I have the antidote. That shit was corny. That was really corny.
I'm glad you did say that, because I was surely worried that you were marking up.
I was starting to get worried you were going to say that was good stuff. Everybody said the match with Randy Orton was the real litmus test. This is going to be an even bigger one, because nobody can tell me Roman Reigns can't throw Seth Rollins around the ring like a fucking ragdoll. Therefore, I better see some more friggin' moves. Go into Night of Champions and hit that dude with every slam in the friggin' book, because that dude can sell it and that dude is capable of taking it. And you are capable of throwing him around.
Yes,
that is my Roman Reigns.
Definitely great at selling, because after all, that was his finisher when he was in the Shield. So.
Oh, you're awful.
Speaking of all of these former Shield members, this is a great segue into our next segment, a return of Columnist Corner. This time around, the title is, what if WWE's next big thing is its next big swerve? And to kick things off, the way that all of these events are set into motion, the first step was having... I can't even say it. You say it.
Roman Reigns defeats Seth Rollins and claims the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Two questions.
This is getting really good so far.
Two questions. What the fuck were you smoking when you thought about that? And the second question is, how are you going to make this work?
And the third question is, where can I find some? No.
What would happen is Reigns would defeat Rollins. You know, maybe you can even do kind of a fuck finish where Kane tries to run in and fucks things up, and you can kind of give Roman Reigns something to do, like give him something to cling to, give him a path to walk on, while at the same time starting to really form who Seth Rollins is going to be. You know, he drops that briefcase and it turns into a total, you know, what's next, and, you know, is this role with the Authority really going to work long term, and who is Seth Rollins? We start to get more of a kind of advancement in who Seth Rollins is, rather than Seth Rollins holding the briefcase being plan B.
One name that we have not mentioned yet on PWTR, the third member of the Shield. You actually have the next step in this process, Dean Ambrose winning the 2015 Royal Rumble.
Yes, I think Dean Ambrose is on his path to becoming a star, and I think that he's got to do something big at WrestleMania, and I really want to see Dean Ambrose for Brock Lesnar, because I think his character could oppose Brock Lesnar really well, and that he's just a crazy son of a bitch, and he's not afraid of Brock Lesnar, and he'll take his ass whooping and keep kind of coming back.
This entire feud with the Bellas, these aren't total divas. This is a total failure. I don't care. I don't care about anything that they're presenting. I don't give a shit about the Bellas' backstory and about their family life and all that bullshit. I don't give a shit about anything that happened in some off-screen perspective. I care about, as a wrestling fan, what I see on the screen and what the WWE, the measures that they take to entertain me.
How about when Jerry Springer left, he should have taken the fucking Bella Twins with him. Like, let them finish up their feud on the Jerry Springer show. And if you want like a deal exchange, if you want something out of the deal, like Jerry Springer takes the Bellas, I guess we can take Jerry Springer's security guard because he was fucking irrelevant and terrible at his job, which means he would fit perfectly in professional wrestling, because that's the whole purpose of security guards in wrestling, to be terrible at their job. So he can come on and we'll give Jerry Springer the Bellas. But the lawyers representing CM Punk has sent a 22-page letter to WWE's legal department concerning royalties from the use of Punk's name and likeness in the upcoming WWE 2K15 video game.
I think this is a real asshole move, and not even, you know, the good asshole move where he's like the lovable asshole. This is like, how dare you try to come after the WWE for something that they supposedly did when you didn't even have the fortitude to honor your own contract. It's like, you know, CM hypocrite. So, I mean, I can't defend him. I don't want to defend him. I really hope that WWE countersues the shit out of him if he goes through with this lawsuit. So.
You have a WWE contract that you ripped up, you wiped your ass with it, and that very same contract you're taking to a judge and saying that WWE was in the wrong. Oh, look, Judge, you see here in Section 3, Paragraph 2, right under the poo stain there? Yeah, that's the provision that WWE violated there. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? And this